Let's look at a few more examples involving intervals. So let's say I want you to find the intersection from n equals 1 to infinity of the interval 0, 1 plus 1 over n. So again, we're going to sketch out some of these intervals to help us figure out what the intersection is. So let's start with our first value, n equals 1. If I plug that in, I get the interval 0 to 2. So let's sketch out this interval from 0 to 2, and then here's 1 in the middle-ish, middle, there we go. And then I'm going to include all the numbers between 0 and 2, but I'm not including the endpoints. I'm going to use open circles here so I know that those two endpoints are not included. All right, now let's plug in n equals 2. And what interval do I get? 0, 1 plus a half, or 3 halves. So again, make sure you line up your number lines here, 2, 1. So then 0 to 3 halves. And again, we don't include our endpoints, so I'm going to use open circles here at the two endpoints. And again, let's do one more, just so we have enough to look at to see the pattern. If I plug in n equals 3, I'd get 1 plus a third, so it would be 4 thirds. So draw that interval out. So there's 1. So a third is about right there. Maybe. Everything between here and there, not including my two endpoints. So again, we're taking this as n. We're taking an infinite number of sets here. So n goes to infinity, right? And what would the intersection from n equals 1 to infinity of these sets be? Well, what does it look like is happening here? Well, it looks like my interval, it always starts at 0. And what's happening is the other end, the part on the right, is being pushed, right, from 2. It's being pushed towards 1. And so in the end, my interval will be from 0 to 1, and 0 is not included, so it'll be a parentheses there. And then the question becomes, is 1 included or not? Well, again, you're pushing towards that 1, but in all your sets, 1 will be included, so this would be a bracket. And that would be my intersection right there. Okay, let's look at a union now. So let's say I want you to find the union from n equals 2 to infinity, 0, 1 minus 1 over n. Those are both brackets. So we're going to start plugging in numbers. And my bottom index here starts off at 2, so that's the first number I'm going to plug in, n equals 2. And I'm going to get the interval 0, 1 half. And let's sketch that out. So here's 0, here's 1, halfway between them. So 0 to a half, and I do include the endpoints, both of them, so I'm going to use filled in circles. Let's look at n equals 3, 0 to 2 thirds. Again, make sure you line up your pictures with each other. So now I'm going to 2 thirds. So 2/3 is somewhere over here. So filled in circles because those are both included. And then everything between them. Let's do one more. Let's plug in n equals 4. 0 to 3/4. So 3/4 is bigger than 2/3, so it'll be somewhere over here. Okay, so we're taking a union. Let's see what's happening. What's happening is my interval is getting longer, right? But if you notice, each previous interval is contained in the next one. So for example, A2 would be contained in A3, and then A3 would be contained in A4. So what looks like it's happening is I'm stretching my interval out towards 1. It's going to keep pulling and pulling towards 1. So the union here from n equals 2 to infinity of this 0, 1 minus 1 over n, it's the interval. You include 0. 0 is included in all of them. And everything between 0 and 1, but you're never going to quite reach 1 because it's going to keep stretching towards 1 but not get there. So the union would be 0 to 1, including 0 but not including 1.